Hi guys, welcome back to On The Mend. This is a podcast where we look back at life's toughest times to figure out how to move forward. Now, today is going to be a very, very different episode to anything we've ever done on The Mend. I love it when I say on The Mend. But we've never done anything like this before. Today, we have TJ Power with us. Now, we've done an episode with TJ before. We're actually still rolling from that episode. So if you haven't listened to that episode, please go back and listen to that. You'll find out everything that TJ is about. It was a mind-blowing episode, one of my favorites ever. And I really encourage you to go and listen to it. But today, we're going to do something slightly different. So I'm going to now get, hopefully, a one-to-one dopamine experience with you.
Yeah.
Right.
That is our goal.
Okay, great.
As humans in this world, are very addicted to this dopamine chemical.
Yeah.
And in my research lab, we spend a huge amount of time trying to solve that addiction. And we do this in big groups, schools, companies, but also in one-to-one conversations. And why not have one of those conversations on camera and see what we can find out? When
I think about it, the last kind of like, I felt like I'm smashing it. Over the last couple of years, like everything's going really well. Boom, 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 boom. And the last 6 to 8 months, I felt something kind of fall off a cliff.
Okay.
So a little while back, I was on tour, right? And I was kind of feeling this way during that touring experience, which was different for me because normally I'm very much like touring's awesome for me.
Yeah.
Like it's an amazing experience. Every day is wicked. I wake up vibey. I wake up looking forward to that show in the evening, and I kind of felt like I was losing that a little bit.
Okay.
And like little things in my life have really changed. Like I found training and exercise when I was like 30 or something.
Okay.
And it's been a massive part of my life. Like
Okay.
It's been an anchor in my life, a real anchor. And it's like it takes some discipline. Like I had to force myself to go to the gym sometimes, but I do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I always benefit from it. I've kind of fallen off that, like
Interesting.
Training very sporadically. I can't be asked. I will wake up early with the intention of going to the gym and I don't.
You mentioned previous to this touring experience,
Yeah.
you feel like there was some kind of change that took place. Maybe there was a period where you have in your mind, whenever it was, real excitement for life. You think life is amazing. I'm training good. I'm feeling good. Life's going good. Something changed.
Yeah.
And now in hindsight, you can see the change. But often when the change occurs, we don't notice it. We only notice it when we're far away from it. Then we think, I remember when I went back into that.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what that period of your life was? Do you know what was going on? Was there anything taking place in your work, relationship?
I can't think of anything that stands out. Like, surely there's something.
So did the snooze, is that how you say that word?
Yeah.
Did the snooze and the phone intensify a period of time ago? Or do you think you've actually been doing this for the last 5 years and then finally your system is feeling the effect?
I think that's probably it.
Okay.
I think I've been doing like for the snooze has been in my life since lockdown.
Yeah, it's about 5 years.
So 5 years. So, and then that, I've probably been doing this consistently for 5 years. And I feel like now I've just kind of like hit this kind of wall.
Okay.
Where everything's feeling a bit shit.
The first thing to understand is shit emotion is actually very, very useful for a human being because shit emotion is here to guide us. If you just felt great all the time, smoking a vape, scrolling, say you were drinking, your system would get incredibly unhealthy and it would actually reduce the likelihood of your system surviving. And our being is a survival machine. It really wants to stay alive. That's the ultimate goal of this whole vehicle that we run around in. It's trying to stay alive and trying to procreate. Whenever something is aligned positively to our survival, it does give us a positive experience within our brain. When something is misaligned to our overall survival as a species, our brain very strategically makes us feel like shit to try and guide us away from it because it knows, this isn't advantageous to the long term of me.
Right.
That's why we get a hangover, for example.
Right.
A hangover makes it very clear, oh shit, when you drink 3 bottles of red wine, it's really poisonous for us. So I'm going to make you feel absolutely shit for 3 days to try and make sure you know that was not good for our overall health.
That's really fucking interesting.
And it's really important to consider this. Like everyone talks online about kind of quick dopamine, slow dopamine. What's the list of quick dopamine? What's the list of slow dopamine? What's healthy or unhealthy? You can go into the research and read each individual behavior. But very simply, if it increases your likelihood of survival, it's going to be good for your dopamine. If it decreases it, it's bad for your dopamine.
Right.
And your dopamine is always trying to calibrate and guide you. Our dopamine system is resilient. So for a prolonged period of time, it will just take it. It will take the porn, the vaping, the scrolling. It will just be like, okay, this is how this human lives. I'm just going to deal with it. I'm going to deal with it. Once it reaches a point where it thinks, whoa, we are not right. We are out of balance. Our nervous system is stressed. We're getting frustrated. Then the system will go, okay, now you're going to receive a message. And that message with dopamine often comes in the form of kind of low mood, depression, lack of excitement. And it's sending that information to you to try and say, we've had enough of this now. So if you keep engaging in it, I'm going to make you feel shitter and shitter and shitter until you learn that we can't do this anymore. And then the challenge from an addiction point of view is that in that shit state, we want more of it to try and escape.
Yeah.
Because we're like, I'm feeling so bad. So let me scroll and vape more because maybe temporarily I'll experience some relief from this feeling. But that then opens the door. So we are going to have to go through a journey of painful withdrawal.
Yeah.
In order to escape. We have to meet the feeling and the truth of that feeling and hear the message that we're trying to be told in order to create a deeper motivation for change. And that when, for example, someone comes off alcohol and they go into AA or a recovery facility and they experience the tremors and the sweats and the sleepless nights away from alcohol, it's so painful and your body is making it so painful. So it knows this is the reality of your current path. We're going to make you feel like this for about 30 days until you have a deep knowing that this path isn't for you anymore. That then often motivates, okay, fuck, maybe I have to live a life without alcohol because I can't go through that again. That was too intense. In this journey to getting you away from, would you say it's mostly vape and phone? Would you say those are the two things you want to solve?
When I think about my life, those are the two things that feel out of balance.
Ultimately, there is a place where the brain can enjoy less stimulation. And it's the place we have to find access to break addiction, because addiction is all about stimulation. We want stimulation. We want it from the vape. We want it from the phone. We want it from the booze, the coke, the food. It's all about keeping us hyper-stimulated.
Yeah.
And this is where it's super important to understand these brain waves. So if we...
I mean, I've got a little thing that you have on your Instagram, which I found, which is about these brainwaves.
So we've got these 4 brainwaves that are really important to consider. We've got beta, alpha, theta, and delta. To give you an idea of the activities taking place in these different brainwaves, this is scrolling your phone and stressing about stuff. Beta, fast, problem-focused brain. Alpha would be chilling on the sofa, having a conversation with your wife, just like nice and calm, but still stimulated to some extent, but just like in a chilled experience. Watching a movie, like an old movie on Netflix, that'd be more alpha.
Right.
Theta would be lying in bed, that kind of state before you go to sleep, where finally your brain gets a moment where it actually chills out. There's like sometimes a minute where it's like about to drift off to sleep. You think, oh, I feel calm for a second, then you fall asleep.
Right.
Rare to experience. And then delta is when you're deeply asleep. So you're just completely unconscious. We as humans are supposed to constantly fluctuate between these, sometimes in like deeply focused, problem-focused brains, and then we're supposed to chill and have moments, as I say, for our hunter-gatherers, our ancestors, where our brain was built, where they lie on the grass and they stare at the stars. We as modern humans in the modern world are stuck in this beta brainwave because we wake up, we immediately go into beta brainwave. We wake up and we're in delta, we suddenly move to theta as we open our eyes, and then naturally you're supposed to go chum, 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 like gradually stimulate. Right. We do the opposite. We wake up, bang, straight into the phone, and our brain goes from delta to beta. So it goes from no stimulation to hyperstimulation. So that for addicts that really hate stillness, they have this process where it's like, I've been hyperstimulated all day. I don't want to spend the whole night scrolling my phone and hitting my vape, or a process in the morning that keeps you away from chasing the phone and the vape. Yeah. So that your brain can stay in these more regulated brainwave states.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Let's start with the evening, then we'll do the morning. When you get home this evening, your brain's going to crave the dopamine, of course, as it does. What's the typical evening process? And be as descriptive as you can. Can you get home, you hug your wife, you see your kids, you put TVs on, you make food, you scroll phones, you hit your vape. What is that whole evening for you like?
Walk in, see my kids, and get some food.
Cool.
That's kind of normal dinner, dinner time. My kids have already eaten normally by the time I get in, so I will quickly eat. Most of the time, I will probably eat the same time as my wife.
Yeah,
we'll eat.
No phones.
I creep my phone in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair. As we all know.
I'm kind of like I'm doing this.
Well, you're eating the food.
Well, I'm eating the food. Well, she tells me off for that, but
Yeah.
but I do it.
It's very
she
common.
tells me off for that, but
And does she do it?
Very rarely at dinner time.
Okay.
You know, very rarely. She'll do it when the kids are watching something she doesn't want to watch. You know,
Yeah,
but
that's
fair. Most of the time she's much more resilient than I am.
And has a vape been hit as of yet?
Every time I go to the toilet, I will vape.
And you go to the toilet
But I'll
more
also
than you need to.
the snus will be in my mouth if not.
And
So
when
I'm
would you have
constantly
put
on
that snus
nicotine.
in? Like in the car before you walk
Oh
in?
yeah. Before I walk in, the snus will be in my mouth.
So, because the only point in having this conversation is change is going to occur now. There's no point us planning change and then thinking, do that.
No, I want to do it like a week or so.
Do that sometime else. Like the only time and the easiest time to quit any addiction is right in this moment. Because with every single second and minute and day that gets added, the addiction gets deeper and more ingrained in your being.
Right.
So it's actually never going to be easier than right now.
Right.
Which is so important to realize with addiction. Because sometimes you think,
that's terrifying for me because like right now in my pocket, I have snus in one pocket and a vape in another pocket. You know that feeling when you wake up and it's like you've slept, but you're still knackered? Well, I used to blame the kids, the late nights, my busy schedule, basically everything, but what I was actually sleeping on, my mattress. Turns out that was a problem all along. When you're trying to rebuild yourself as a husband, a dad, a mate, whatever, you learn that good sleep isn't just a luxury, it's what you need to fill those roles. So over at On The Mend, my podcast, we switched to Simbra, hybrid mattress. We chose this mattress as we learned the hybrid layers adapt to your body, keep you cool and give you proper support. All of this helps so much when you're waking up refreshed and you're not dragging yourself through the day. So you can become a better version of yourself through the power of sleep. Simba's won over 100 sleep awards and 6 Which Awards. Best buys, and I get why. You get over a 200-night free trial, a 10-year guarantee, and flexible finance options. So there really isn't a risk, and you'll get to see how amazing you really, really sleep. Honestly, it's amazing how much better life feels when you're well rested. Head to simbasleep.com/on the mend and give yourself the rest you deserve. Want to know who's coming up next? Hit follow wherever you get your podcasts, and you'll be the first to find out.
Would you like to live in a world where next month those aren't in your pocket?
I mean, absolutely.
Why?
Why would I like to do that?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that yes and no.
Okay.
Right? Because
Yes and
if
no.
I'm honest, because yes, I mean, I know I am. One, my family don't know about this, and I feel ashamed.
Even your
about
partner?
it. Well, she knows, but she
Turns a blind eye.
She turns a blind eye.
Yeah.
She as long as I'm not doing it around her, she's cool.
Okay.
You know, but she's not cool. She wishes I didn't do it, and she's caught me out a few times, told me off about it. But I do keep this a secret, which because I don't want my kids doing it.
Yeah.
So like it's like,
And they will do it
and
if
they will
see.
fucking do it if they see me
It's
doing
a guarantee.
it. It's a guarantee.
They just imitate everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a big secret, but they know I do. They know I do this.
Yeah.
And they seem to be more lenient with this.
Do you want your kids to do that as well?
No, God no.
But they do see you do it.
But they do see me do it. Yeah.
Okay. How old are they?
My son won't even touch the box.
Why not?
Because he's scared of it. Like,
Interesting. Why
Yeah,
is this, have you made him afraid of it?
I think he's just. I think he just sees me reliant on it. He doesn't want that in his life. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I don't know what it is about it, but he's also quite worried and anxious sometimes. So like, I think he's like sometimes he'll touch and go, "I touched it. Is it going to be on me?"
Oh, interesting.
So he doesn't want that. Yeah. So but my other kids see me doing that all the time.
So we envision 30 days from now,
Right.
me and you meet up for a game of golf.
Yeah.
And they're not in your pocket.
Yeah.
What would be the pros and cons of that reality?
Well, I mean, the pros are it's much healthier for me. I'm not gonna be killing myself with this stuff all the time because I could rationalize it when I first started snus. I was like, oh, this is good for your brain. I read that it was good for memory.
Well, yeah, it creates a bit of attention.
Yeah, and I was learning a script at the time, and I was like finding it hard to learn the words. So I bought this stuff online, like this snus thing, and I was like, okay, this is going to help me memorize the script, and it worked wondrous.
Yeah,
like it was amazing. And then I couldn't put the thing down. I was just literally taking it out to eat.
Yeah,
and like that's just me all over.
Okay,
but so knowing that's. But I also know all the negatives and all the downsides
from a health perspective.
From a health perspective to nicotine, and I don't want my kids doing it. I want to be a role model for them. I want them to not go down the same addiction pathways as I do. So it worries me when they see me.
Do they have addictive personalities like you?
Yes. Yeah, my daughter definitely does, my eldest daughter. But my other two, my little one is too young to really see, I think. But my son is quite the opposite. He's much more like Emma.
What would be magical for your kids? Your kids seem like a massive priority to you. They
Yeah,
sound like
massively.
your biggest priority
Yeah.
in life, even
Absolutely.
over your career and everything, your partner,
Oh,
maybe.
massively.
Maybe
They're
the
the
kids
big-
are the biggest
Yeah.
goal. And your kids know you take this nurse. Your
Yeah.
kid, your son, you said, has this almost fear of it because
Yeah.
he's seen maybe its impact on you and things
And my
like
eldest
that.
daughter knows that I vape as well. She's
Are you-
found them and kind of gone, Danny.
Yeah.
So like,
And currently it's
she's-
like, it's playful. It's like, oh, who cares? Like, oh, dad, do you
Yeah.
vape? Yeah, I vape a bit. It's all right. Doesn't matter. It's all quite light. It'll be super annoying when you see them starting the habit. And
Oh
this
my
is
gosh,
it's
yeah.
basically impossible. And it's not to judge yourself for the fact they're going to do it. My dad smoked and drank. I went
Yeah.
absolutely mental smoking and drinking.
Yeah.
That's just how it works. It's
Yeah.
fine. And what would be so inspiring for them? And I can imagine you want to inspire your kids. Like
Yeah.
that's probably not, you inspire them to work hard, to be creative, to be musical, whatever it might be that you like to
Yeah.
inspire your kids on. If they saw you go through the journey of quitting this and saw
Yeah.
dad did it, that inspiration would be insane.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They'd be like, holy shit, like dad managed to get rid of that thing.
Mm.
And their brain, even if they do start the habit because they're having fun as a teenager, will know deep down, dad did this. Dad quit this habit.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
do this. I can quit this habit.
Yeah.
And for me, when I was deep in the alcohol, so deep, sort of 5-10 drinks a day, every day, going so hard. At that point, my dad got stage 3 bowel cancer. And it was like, oh shit, because the gut just can't take that much alcohol. So it's just obviously
Yeah.
going to malfunction at some point. It was about 50 odd. And it was like, holy shit, dad's going to die. And that was like super scary. And he survived. He survived it because he quit alcohol. And my whole life growing up, dad just drunk. And we didn't think anything of it. As your kids won't think that much of the vape and the nicotine.
Yeah.
They'll think, that's something dad does. Who gives a shit? I care about my world.
Yeah.
And my whole life growing up as a kid, it was kind of get dad his vodka and tonic by the time he gets home from work. So it's on his desk. Even as like a 6-year-old, I can remember making that drink and even taking sips of it, which probably generated my freaking alcohol addiction. But the drink has to always be there. The red wine had to be there. The whiskey had to be in the house. Like it was just a thing. And he wasn't some crazy drunk. He wasn't really bad to us or anything. He just loved the alcohol.
Yeah.
And it was just a part of who his kind of identity was. To then see him quit the alcohol was insane. It was totally insane because to us as a family, my brother and sister and me, we thought, how is it possible? He's literally had 5 drinks a day every day for 30 years. How is it possible that he's quit? Me, my brother and sister could not believe it that we all quit because we were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
We didn't even consider quitting before that.
Yeah.
But we saw our dad do it and the brain is programmed to imitate the father. That's just how the nature of evolution works. Because it's like the masculine figure within the home. It's a very influential role within the family. And then suddenly we all just quit alcohol and our lives became magical. We were all doing shit and suddenly our careers went better, our relationships went better because alcohol's obviously just super disruptive, as you know.
Yeah.
But it was only possible because we saw our dad and he was inspired to quit the alcohol just because he didn't want to die and leave his kids.
Yeah.
So he did it for us. And then
Yeah.
as a result, we did it because of
We
him.
did it 'cause
So it's
of
this
him.
magical
Wow.
circle. But the opportunity there is you have that opportunity with your kids. Imagine how motivating that could be. You could say, when you come home from work today, guys, I'm done with that snus thing. You could say it to the family at dinner. Saying it would also be extremely motivating because it'd be really annoying to go back on because then you'd be against it. And it is going to be really annoying. You're going to have a heightened beta brainwave for a period of time. The system's going to run a bit faster for say a week, 2 weeks. It's going to be, oh, it's so annoying. I need that vape. I need that nicotine. Like, where is it? And you're going to have to just get it out of you with the gym, with walking, with healthy food, with talking, with like intimacy, whatever it might be. And fight it. But 2 weeks of that annoying feeling to never have the feeling.
It's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
There's still blocks, I reckon.
Yeah.
What is like, there is a bin out there.
I doubt myself.
Okay.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
Like I've said these things before.
Yeah.
You know, and like I feel like it's the one thing that I don't want to let go of.
Okay.
You know, but I do want to let go of it.
Do you? Because you don't have to let go of it. It's your life.
I know.
So you can keep going.
But also, I like being free. Like when you explained it earlier on.
Yeah.
Like I live my life like very free. And right now, like if I think of like the trajectory of feeling like I do at the moment, the nicotine has gone, especially the vape has gone up and up and up and up and up.
Yeah, and I bet the mood has gone down.
And the mood has gone down and down and down and down and down. And if I think of the correlation, those two are the correlation.
Yeah.
Do you mean like that's the one? The vapor's gone up and up and up and up and up.
The mood is going down because it's your system trying to send you the message. So we can't cope with the vape going up. We'll make you feel shitter and shitter and shitter.
Yeah.
Until, like the other scenario, you're on your knees begging to survive.
Yeah.
Because you were so low, because the system's going, I cannot do this anymore. And eventually you listened.
Yeah.
And you can run this. You can obviously not do what we've shared today and just run it for the next 12 months and just keep, and then just be further down and have a bigger journey to climb. But it's so annoying.
Yeah, that's so annoying. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm like, the thought of the next 2 weeks scares me.
Yeah, and that's so fair. I feel
like I just keep projecting into the future and thinking, you're going to fucking do it. You're going to bail.
I really want us to bin those in that bin out there.
Yeah.
Like, I really am going to struggle to even leave.
Yeah.
Without those going in the bin, because if you say you can buy more if you're going to fail.
Yeah. I mean, I've got more in my bag, dude.
Wow,
we're going to have to go. We're going to have to go. I'm going to be honest with you. I've got 3 more in my bag.
Okay.
Yeah. I carry a 3 around with me at all times.
There's also something very empowering about binning like fresh product as well, because it's really taking control. Like binning it if it was all full of crappy used ones. You're
dude, when I quit cocaine, right, I had a studio in Watford, like a recording studio in Watford that I was renting. And in my computer bag in that, I had 8 wraps for cocaine.
Okay.
Right, because I just used to. I was in a stage of like using 6 grams a day. Like, and I was always paranoid about running out. So I had like an endless supply in my studio. I'd just meet the guy every day, put it in my bag. You know, so I knew I'd never run out. Sometimes I'd run out, it fucking freaked me out.
Yeah,
so like, then I just got into buying 10 at a time, right? And that was just overwhelming amounts of cocaine in this bag. And when I quit, me and Emma went to the studio and I chucked in the bin.
Yeah, cool.
And there was something of like a feeling of, and then,
okay.
Like, okay, we're in this.
Yeah.
You know,
walking out of the prison cell.
Walking out of the prison cell, deleting the number, deleting the dealer's number, chucking that in the bin, which was like, okay, we're in.
Yeah.
So I get that chucking in the bin thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we are going to have to do it.
Let's do it.
Because imagine how beautiful.
Should we get the bin? Yeah, get the bin.
Imagine how beautiful your life is as a result of that decision you made with Emma that day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you imagine? You might not have your kid. I don't know what the timing was, but life could be very, very different. You might not even be alive. Who knows?
I mean, I don't think I would be.
Yeah.
I mean, it got me 100% again.
And this has the opportunity to also uplift your life.
Yeah.
Cocaine obviously is very impactful.
Yeah.
But if that upgraded your life 80%, if this gave you 30%, imagine how great that is.
Absolutely.
30% up.
Yeah, massively.
Ever feel like you're burning the candle at every end? That was me on tour, back-to-back shows, brutal travel, barely any recovery time. And let's face it, I'm not 25 anymore. I mean, my body was like, mate, what are you doing? So before the next leg, I switched things up and started taking Vitals by Heights. Just 2 capsules a day, packed with 20 essential nutrients for brain and body. Omega-3s, B vitamins, D3, all the good stuff. I mean, Heights has massively transformed the way I tour. I used to have trouble sleeping, not be able to fall asleep, be wide awake for hours, or fall asleep, wake up in the middle of the night, not be able to get back to sleep, then have to do a whole new day the next day, feeling pretty groggy. You know, Vitals has changed that for me. This isn't some gimmick brand either. Heights is formulated by doctors, backed by science, and trusted by elite performers. There are literally thousands of 5-star reviews to go along with it, right? If you want to simplify your routine and feel your best, head to heights.com/OTM and use the code OTM20 for 20% off your first subscription. Trust me, you'll feel the difference.
So these are
So these are vape pens. And I really don't want to not do this justice. This is a painful thing to do.
Yeah.
This is annoying. It's anxiety inducing. Like, I really feel compassion for that experience. I also feel insane admiration.
Yeah.
As you do this, I just really want you to put your mind into that visualization of that moment with Emma. That was an important moment in your life. Like, if you visualize walking into that studio that day, you can remember that moment with Emma, walking through the door. You can remember the bag that the cocaine is kept in. You can remember probably what that studio looks like or whatever room the bag is in.
Everything about it.
And that day you felt deep, deep fear, but you course corrected your life in the most astronomical way, which has led you to a beautiful life with kids and a wife and an amazing life. That moment, you used a huge amount of courage, insane levels of motivation in order to make a great decision for your future and the family you care for. This is that decision again. This is the next time. And this is a moment you'll be able to return to in 30 years' time again, where you think, wow, I did it last time. I can do this again. And this is great. As an addict, we have to have the courage to let things go. It's so important. Remember that positive feeling as you let it go. You thought, holy shit, Emma, I let it go.
Yeah.
Let's let it go.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's go. Fear, anxiety, positive feelings, negative feelings.
I mean, all of it.
All of it.
All of those feelings.
All
Like,
of
it's
those
so
feelings.
massive, isn't it? Like, it's like, it's so ridiculous. When I think about it, it's so pathetic. Like, I feel like kind of pathetic about how much weight I have on this thing.
But it's also not pathetic.
Yeah.
These are artificial things
Yeah.
built to hack a deep, ancient biochemical system in our brain that it craves it. So it's so unfair that it's even an option to buy it in the first place. So you have to think, wow, this is hard. Like the hunter-gatherers weren't having to quit eating bananas. Because they were fine for them and they didn't hack their brain. This is hacking you. So to an extent, you have to think, wow, I'm a fucking legend for getting this off me.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
I feel good.
Yeah.
I instantly feel like a little bit of like dopamine about giving up. I feel good. I feel positive.
And there's novelty in that. There's excitement in that. And there is a future where this is gone. There's a future where we play golf and I'm with you and you're just like, I'm off it. I'm off the vape. And it was hard.
Wow.
And I had some nights where I felt really stressed and like there was some difficult moments. But this is 100% the right decision. And if in your heart and in your gut right now, this doesn't feel like the right decision, take them back out. Like if it doesn't, that's fair.
It does feel like the right decision. It comes back to something you said that I've heard you say before, which is hard things, easy life, easy things, hard life. Right. And this is an easy thing, but it's making life a bit harder. You know, so I want to.
And this is a hard thing to do. And an easier life is as a result. And just to remind you of that key thing, we as humans are all going to make a sacrifice. We're all either going to sacrifice our dopamine or we're going to sacrifice our dreams. You can either sacrifice this stuff and experience your dreams. That might be in your work, Emma, your kids, your health. Sacrificing this will help you achieve the dreams. Continuing with this is sacrificing some of those dreams. The peace you can feel in your family, the love you can feel, the excitement for your life. That is the better sacrifice to make. Freaking annoying to lose the stimulation, the pleasure, the quick hits, the relaxation, but definitely worth it to achieve the dream.
Amazing. I'm ready.
Let's do this, man. And we'll check in. Like we're going to do this. I'm gonna
check in with the guys anyway over the next 14 days. And kind of say how I'm getting on. I'll check in with you.
And maybe
as well.
update, like if there's a conversation where you can give an update in the future, like maybe share how you're going.
Absolutely.
It's very important that tonight and as quickly as you can, you tell people that this is a decision you're making. Because the secrecy and the guilt is a powerful emotion and easy to hide from when it's not that big a deal. But if you were to say, you know, I don't know how it works with all your different age kids, but say you sat with your daughter and you said, today I just had this like big realization. You don't even have to mention this conversation. You can. You decided, for me, I've decided I'm just not going to have that anymore and I'm never going to have it again. Telling her that will be hard because you'll be committing to your daughter of that commitment. And that's a tricky thing to do. That's going to take courage. The same with your partner. If you've got a best mate, the team obviously all know, outwardly share. Know that it's going to be a tricky few weeks. I'm going to be messaging you. You can call me and you can scream, I fucking hate you. Why have you made me quit this? I feel annoyed and anxious. You can say that and I will listen to it and I'll think it's okay.
I'm nervous already.
Or it might surprise you. And you might be like, wow, I expected this to be so bad and it's not actually as bad as I thought. And I'm riding this journey. The initial phase, the first day, is the hardest day. This evening is the hardest moment. Once you wake up tomorrow morning, you've done the hardest moment. And you're the first bit up the hill. Tomorrow, another bit of the mountain to climb. Another bit of the mountain to climb. 14 days at the top of the mountain.
Oh my God, it's only 1:15. Why don't we do this at 10 o'clock tonight? Okay,
that would have made tonight easier.
That would have made tonight easier. Yeah, but you know, no, we made the decision.
Let's finish with this. When you are craving it, we're going to have to do something in that craving. What is it you think we could get? Can you have water, sparkling water, something on your whole time and just drink a fucking ton of water?
Or chewing gum or something maybe.
Chewing gum, that could develop a huge other addiction. That's
okay.
Chewing gum is a risky replacement.
We gotta go help no one. Definitely not nicotine
I'll
gum.
see you and you'll be hitting 20 bits of chewing gum.
That's the thing. This gets back to the original point. Like I feel like I always just swap one addiction for another.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like I've done that my whole life.
So this is the one where rather than swapping it out, you're going to have to ride pain.
Yeah.
And pain is horrible.
Yeah.
But all the things you have in your life that are amazing have actually been a result of some level of pain.
Yeah.
In order to earn your money, you've had to put in huge amounts of effort and work and push through difficult moments. It's been painful to achieve the goal.
Yeah.
In order to get into good physical shape, it didn't feel really nice lifting weights to exhaustion, but you just force yourself. I know you said to me when we were playing golf that you do that like 40-minute incline treadmill. I bet that's never that fun.
No.
But you put yourself through pain for a gain. And you also have tattoos all over your body. You can cope with pain.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just as you lay there getting the tattoos or forcing the workout or pushing through your career in order to get successful, you're just going to have to think, I'm in pain and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in pain.
But I won't be forever.
For such a small amount of time.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of your life, you're going to be in pain for about 0.1%.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, I'm going to be free of pain for 99.9% of my future for 0.1% of pain. Or you just live in pain forever.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. We don't want that.
Yeah.
And in those painful moments, you're going to have to really like dig deep and think, I love my kids. I want to inspire them. I want my excitement for life back. I want to feel healthy and good. I want to train. And you're just going to have to think, this pain is how I'm going to get that gain. It's like the only way to get
this is robbing me from all those things.
It's robbing you.
This is robbing me from all those feelings.
I know it's so painful to hear, but it's inspiring your kids for nicotine. And that's so annoying.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'm going to face a similar challenge. I'm on my journey with addiction and it's going to be like, maybe some technology comes out and I find it's really useful for my career. And then I'm super addicted to it. And then I'm inspiring my kids towards putting glasses on their face. Who knows? Like I might face some kind of deep addiction that inspires my kids. Yeah. So I don't sit here thinking you're bad for inspiring your kids to that. But it's so annoying, that reality, that it will motivate you.
Yeah.
And the opposite is you're going to inspire your kids to be free of addiction.
Yeah.
And our kids, my kid's here in 7 weeks, it's not here yet.
Yeah.
But they're growing up in the most insane dopamine world. It's so hard for them. Dopamine is everywhere they turn. And as I raise this kid, more than anything to do with how well I educate them or English or math is going to be teaching them how to manage addiction. Because all humans are now addicted. Those that get free of it have the chance for calm, beautiful relationships and great careers. They do have a chance at it. But many of us, very sadly, are going to live stuck in this dopamine land where life just doesn't feel that good.
Yeah.
Inspiring your kids to know how to be free of addiction, that could be the greatest service you ever do as a father. So that is worth it.
That's fucking massive, mate. TJ, thank you so much.
I'm very grateful that you'd be open to hearing. This is a hard conversation to have.
Dude,
and it all comes from just deep love. It comes from a beautiful place.
And I appreciate you and everything you do. I mean, for anyone listening, I think this has been a really intense conversation. Like a big, massive conversation. And I feel it wouldn't be fair to just kind of go, okay, cool, I'll let you know, see you later.
Yeah.
You know, we have to have some kind of conversation about maybe that might be quite triggering for people.
Yeah, this is tough stuff to me. This is potentially very psychologically challenging to meet these pains within our body. And it's very important in this environment to just sort of like settle down and think, okay, how does that land for me, that piece of information? Maybe that's brought up different addictions for someone in their life.
Yeah.
And it's really important with any sort of education on the internet, there's a lot of psychological education, to also think, based on a conversation that I've heard or things that I've learned, do I actually need to meet some kind of professional to have a conversation about this? Like, could it be worth speaking to some kind of therapist, speaking to an addiction practitioner, and really having compassion for yourself? That it is a lot to consider these different ideas, that it could bring up some fear within the body and could almost spark that dopamine in you that's saying, no, don't do that. And then it creates this turmoil. So I would just say, as you go through your day, don't just come off of this and just immediately run into life. Let it download into your body and think, what would be a smart decision here? Maybe someone's taking medication. That might be a useful route for them to take. Maybe that's something that calms them.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a therapist they need to have a conversation with. Maybe they need to call their mum or their dad or their partner and just say, I heard this conversation. I felt inspired by it, but it was a lot to listen to. But taking a professional route after listening to these kind of conversations, something for me has been very important as I've learned this stuff from different things I've discovered and learned and read in books, and always making sure there's a good support system around you that can hold you as you walk towards that dream life that is accessible to you.
Yeah. Dude, thank you so much. I mean, for anybody listening, I'm sure people are going to want to check you out more. Where's the best places to find you?
Yeah. So ironically about the phone addiction, if you go to @TJ Power on Instagram, You can see all my work.
Well, if you're going to consume some content, consuming yours would be probably the best stuff you could consume.
Yeah, I'm basically standing in McDonald's handing out salads. So that could be a good idea.
Yeah.
And you'll learn all about your brain chemistry, all these kind of things, and hopefully feel inspired. And then I've written a book called The Dose Effect.
Now, I'm going to start reading this tonight.
Amazing. That could be a great thing to do.
Right. So talk me through what the dose effect is.
Yeah. So the dose effect gamifies these 4 chemicals into 20 key habits. And it's very much designed for this dopamine addicted brain. Like reading a book is hard when you're a dopamine addict because it's just like so hard to stick in it.
I've only read one book in my entire life.
Exactly.
I've
And that's
never read
so
a
fair.
non-fiction book ever.
And I'm sure lots of people have that.
Yeah.
And this book has deep storytelling about this ancestral journey to keep you engaged in the science. It's also fully gamified with imagery and challenges you can complete. Journey through that book would be an amazing map to make this whole conversation a reality in your life. It's also on Spotify. It's free to listen if you have Spotify. So you could just straight away start listening to it later on today.
Amazing.
I would just say go for small amounts each day. If you buy the book, I have bought plenty of books where you read one page, put it on the shelf and think that looks good there and never look at it again.
Yeah.
If you just commit to each day, I'm going to read 5 pages. And you just think 5 pages a day, maybe when you go to the toilet in the morning or some process in your routine, 5 pages. You never have to read more than that. Little bits just to keep your mind immersed in these important decisions can add up and lead to this tremendous life that we're aiming towards.
Amazing. TJ Power, thank you so much.
I'm so grateful, man.
I'm so grateful too. I hope you got something from this episode. If you did, please let us know. Please like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and leave us a comment because we read them all and we love reading them. And if you found this powerful, you think someone else you know might benefit from a conversation like this, please pass it on. Send it to someone. I'm going to send this to people who I know need to do the same thing as me that I've done today. And let's do this together. Let me know if you've found this interesting, and I will speak to you very soon. If you or someone you care about is struggling, please check the resources linked in the description. You are not alone. Thank you very much.